First and foremost, before I begin, I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh Bashem, Yahushua Bashem Karkadash, the bonds to the apostles, the bonds to the elders, the great millstone who will and tells us truth. Much respect to you brothers out there preaching his word in truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of earth. Tabernacle David, hopeful elect, and sparkle bird, one say shalom. So I'm gonna get right into it. All right, pretty much. I was pondering today in a deep thought, and the spirit hit me. Think about these centurions and these judges, and a lot of them are corrupt, and they'll go by the book. A lot of them have a quota that they have to fulfill at the end of the month, and so a lot of times they lie there and wait, and a lot of times they be catching Jacob. All right, but us in this truth, we live by we live by a standard. Hey, we go by the book. Okay, we live by a standard, and we literally go by the book. Literally. Okay, ain't no ifs, ands, and buts. We try to do it to the best of our ability. In Esau Edom's court system, judges, somebody can do wrong, or Edomite, I should say, can do wrong, and they don't get the same time as Jake, or they got money and they get off. And in the kingdom of heaven, we're not going to have any of that, man. All right, you're going to be judged accordingly. But the nation of Israel, Yasharala, so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and the people scattered abroad and speckled bird, okay, from the least to the greatest, is going to keep the law, statutes, commandments perfectly, and you're going to have righteous judges here, issuing out righteous judgment, right? Lord willing, we up that number, all right? So real judgment is going to be established in these when the kingdom of heaven is built up, okay? When the kingdom of heaven, pretty much when Yahushua comes back, all right, and put our enemies into slavery, all right? That's when true judgment is going to be here. No respect of persons, all right? None of that. Oh, I got money, I can pay this person off, and I ain't got to do it. Matter of fact, you can go back to the ancient times, where Jake was thinking that he was slick, and all I got to do is offer up this animal to be sacrificed, and I'm good. I can still keep on sinning, no change. That's why the Lord set up Yahushua to be the ultimate sacrifice. All right? So you can't just keep on sacrificing these animals. The Lord wants you to obey rather than sacrifice. But once again, we live by a standard. All right? We live by that standard to the best of our ability. And, Lord willing, we in that number. We're going to be righteous judges. All right? Since I said the least to the greatest going to keep the law, statutes, and commandments perfectly, let's get this, because we're going to need it to be righteous judges in the kingdom of heaven, the new covenant, so we can keep the law, statutes, and commandments perfectly. Because as I said earlier, Esau, Edom, hey, you don't keep the law, statutes, and commandments. They say that they're a Bible-believing country, but they don't. They don't believe anything. They don't try. Let's get this. This is Hebrews 8 and verse 6. But how have he attained a more excellent ministry? But how much also he, the mediator, and a better covenant, which was established upon better promise. You see, that's Yahweh, established upon better promise. All right, he's also our mediator. Unto Yahweh Shem Shai, no one can go into the Father except through Yahweh Shai. All right, that's why we give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh Ba'ashem, meaning in the name Yahweh Shai. All right, Yahweh Shai is the Savior, Yahweh is the Father. All right, true names of the Father, and who the world calls Jesus. All right, Lord was our mediator. All right. For if that the first covenant had been faultless, then should no place have been sought for the second. For finding fault with them, he said, Behold, the days come, and saith Yahweh, I will make a new covenant with the house of Israel and with the house of Judah. Sloggy, phone bugging out on me. Hold on. It's down Satan. Verse 9, not according to the covenant that I made with the fathers in the day when I took them by the hand to lead them out of the land of Egypt, because they continued not in my covenant, and I regarded them not, saith the Lord Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. You know, because Jake wanted to serve all these other gods. Jake didn't want to live by this standard. As I said earlier, you know, Jake want to be slick. Oh, I can just sacrifice this animal right here, and you know, it's all good. I ain't got to change for real. Just sacrifice that animal. That's why the Lord set up Yahushua to be our ultimate sacrifice. All right? And best believe, hey, he's not going to die for you again. So you better take this opportunity to get yourself in line. For this is the covenant that I will make with the house of Israel after those days, saith Yahweh. I will put my laws into their mind. I will write them in their hearts. And I will be to them a God. And they shall be to me my people. You see? Because the Lord's going to put the law, statutes, commandments in your inward parts. You're going to remember them. You're going to do them. You know, it's not going to be waking up one day, oh man, I forgot that it was Sabbath, or, you know, Passover comes over, you know, oh man, I forgot, you know, the leaven, and, you know, forgot that had leaven in it. No, we're going to keep the law, statutes, commandments perfectly. And with that, righteous judgment is going to be issued out perfectly, pretty much. You know, the earth is going to be in harmony. Why? Because you're going to have righteous rulers ruling over it. Matter of fact, let's get that real quick. Proverbs 28. Let's get that. It's Proverbs 28 and verse, Slaki, not Proverbs 28. It's Proverbs 29 and verse 2. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice, but when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn. All right, because right now the wicked is bearing rule. The law is slack in this land. As I said earlier, you know, these cops, these judges, you know, a lot of them is unrighteous. They don't follow the book. Okay? All you got to do is, or all you got to have is money and be an Edomite, and you can get off. And that is not going to be so in the kingdom of heaven. As I say, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice, because under our rule, the people, these other nations, are going to keep the laws, statutes, commandments. Okay? And we're going to keep it perfectly. All right? Let's get some more scriptures. This is, matter of fact, let's get this as Revelation 2 and 26. It's Revelation 2. I'm starting at verse 25. But that which ye have already hold fast till I come. Are we supposed to keep this truth, this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, man? We're supposed to endure to the end. Keep it until the end. All right? As it says in verse 26, but he that overcometh and keepeth my works unto the end, to him will I give power over the nations. You see? Because, all right, through the reign and righteousness of Yahushua, hey, we're going to be joint heirs with him. Yahushua is going to have power. We're going to have power too. And we're going to be over the nations. And he shall rule them with a rod of iron, as a vessel of the potters shall they be broken to shivers, even as I receive of my Father. All right? We're going to rule over them with a rod of iron. All right? Because first, these nations, all right, they had us in derision. They had us down. They had us in slavery. So first, before you know, all's good with all these other nations, they got to get their judgment. They're going to get a hardcore slavery. And a lot of them ain't going to like it. But after they slavery, hey, it's going to be hunky-dory. It's going to be all peace. All right? Hey, we didn't write the book. That's just the judgment. Okay? And a lot of you jakes can't seem to take that, man. All right? Matter of fact, let's get this in Psalms 1. It's like not Psalms 1, Psalms 2. Let me turn to it real quick. This is Psalms 2 and verse 8. Ask of me, and I shall give thee the heathen for thy inheritance. They're our inheritance. Okay? And the uttermost parts of the earth for thy possessions. All right? Hey, the whole earth is for us. The heathens is for us. All right? But this right here is a father talking to Yahushua. And reading this, hey, Yahushua is going to be reigning and ruler, and we're going to be joint heirs with him. Thou shalt break them with a rod of iron. Thou shalt dash them into pieces like a potter's vessel. You see, hey, they going to get it, man. Especially Esau, Edom, you're going to get it. Because the law is slack here. You know, you call evil good, and you call good evil. Okay, so, hey, you definitely have to get it. And you other nations are drinking the wine of Babylon. Thou shalt break them with a rod of iron, and thou shalt dash them into pieces like a potter's vessel. Hey, they're going to get it, man. We're going to get our get back. All right. Be wise now, therefore, all you kings, be instructed, ye judges of the earth. Why? Because we're the judges of the earth, man. Lord, when we of that number. All right. Right now, the judges of the earth, the future judges of the earth, are out there on the highways and byways preaching his word. Okay. Preaching his word, as it said, verse 11, serve the Lord with fear and rejoice with trembling. We serve the Lord with fear. That's why we go out there week in and week out and do our sit downs. We fear the Lord. That's why we doing Passover. We fear the Lord, so the Lord can pass over us. Kiss the Son. Now that doesn't mean literally kiss the Son. It means reverence the Son. Lest he be angry, and when you perish from away, when his wrath is kindled but a little. Blessed are all they that put their trust in him. You see, we put our trust in Yahweh Shem Shah, and that's why we keep this standard to the best of our ability. That's why we keep it to the best of our ability, so the Lord can pass over us, and so we can be joint heirs with him, be the future judges of this world. You know, once again, the law is slack here. This man Esau Edom doesn't follow the law. Let's get some more scriptures. This is Psalms 119 and verse 4. Thou hast commanded us to keep thy precepts daily. And this is what we do. Does this man Esau Edom do that? Oh, it's a Bible-believing country. No, you don't keep the Lord's precepts. There's an article I saw earlier, if I'm not mistaken, pretty much the employees at Disney were going to walk out. Disney and ESPN or something to that effect were going to walk out because of LGBT, not representing them to the best of their ability. Something to that effect. I'm just looking at this post, which I may do a lesson on, I may not. I'm just like, man, the wine of Babylon, man, these people are through. These people are through. This is Psalms 119 and 100. I understand more than the ancients because I keep thy precepts. And the Lord has given us his secrets, as you read in Amos 3 and verse 7. The Lord has given us his secrets. That's why we're able to break down this Bible. And thus we have more wisdom, knowledge, and understanding now than our forefathers. We're able to break down the scriptures better than our forefathers. All right? Which is beautiful, man. And we keep the Lord's precepts to the best of our ability, man. That's part of the keeping the standard. All right, once again, Esau, Edom, you 2/3, you don't keep the standard. Let's get a little bit of this. I may close out on that. All right, well, we'll see where it takes us. We'll see where it takes us. It's all through the Spirit. This is Psalms 119. And I'm going to start on 162. I rejoice at thy word as one that findeth a great spoil. You see that? And we rejoice at this word. We keep the book. We try to keep it to the T, man. All right? When you first came into the truth, it's like, oh, man. You knew it was the truth, man. You knew what the apostles and elders and brothers were saying was the truth. So we rejoicing as if we find a great spoil. I hate and abhor lying, but thy law do I love. You see? You know, once again, going back to what I said earlier, about these judges and officers. They don't keep the law, man. A lot of them are corrupt. They even show you in the movies. Come on, man. It's not true justice out here. Why is it, somebody does the same crime, Jake does the same crime, and he gets more time? Now, be it that was wicked, or pretty much there'd be a whole bunch of innocent Jakes out there that's serving time when they shouldn't be serving time. You know why? Because this place is wicked. This place ain't our rest. This place ain't for us. So we hate lying, but we keep the law, statutes, commandments, and we praise the Lord, and we hasten His coming, so we can see the downfall of our enemies. Let's see, verse 166. Lord, I hope for thy salvation and done thy commandments. You see, we hope for the Lord's salvation, so true judgment can be issued forth. My soul have kept thy testimonies, and I love them exceedingly. Hey, this is love. This is true love. We fear the Lord, and we love the Lord. All right. I have kept thy precepts and thy testimonies, for all my ways are before thee. Let me cry, come near before thee. O Lord, give me understanding according to thy word. And these people, they want world smart. They don't want this book smart. They don't want the precept smart. The precept smart, wisdom, knowledge is going to be the stability of your times. When all hell break loose, what you gonna hold on to? You gonna hold on to the trust and will of Yahweh Shem Shai. All right. Let's get to verse 68. I have kept thy precepts and thy testimony, for all my ways are before thee. Let me cry and come near before thee. O Lord, give me understanding according to thy word. Let my supplication come before thee. Deliver me according to thy word. We waiting for deliverance, because we need it. We need it, man. Matter of fact, my lips shall utter praise when thou hast taught me thy statutes. We uttering praise. Once again, when we first came into the truth, we was like, man, this is the truth. And we learned the true name of the Lord, and we gave the Lord praise, man. This world ain't gonna give you that. All right. Verse 17, my tongue shall speak of thy word. All right, because we don't go according to our own will. We don't be speaking all this madness. Lord willing, the Lord keeps His spirit upon us. We don't be speaking all this madness. For thy commandments are righteousness. All right. Let thine hand help me, for I have chosen thy precepts. I have longed for thy salvation, O Lord. Thy law is my delight. And you pretty much just read the whole chapter, man. So it's fire. But yeah, we once again, it's all about that standard. It's all about that standard, man. Keeping it to the best of your ability, so when the Lord comes back, you get risen up, you get them new bodies, and you be the new judges of the earth. Matter of fact, let's get this. This is Psalms 9 and verse 7. But the Lord shall endure forever. He hath prepared his throne for judgment. All right. And scriptures also speak of, the Lord loveth judgment. All right. And we being joint heirs to Yahweh, once again, true judgment is going to be issued forth. It's like, let me, phone bugging out again. All right. He shall judge the world in righteousness. He shall judge the world in righteousness. He shall minister judgment to the people in uprightness, because real judgment is going to issue forth. The Lord also will be my refuge for the oppressed and a refuge in the time of trouble. You see, and the Lord can only be your refuge in the time of trouble if you keep in His standard, man, to the best of your ability. All right. Matter of fact, I'm gonna get the same scriptures in the ESV. I like how it worded it. Even though we do know some of these other translations are going off. But once again, this is Psalms 9 and verse 7. But the Lord sits on the throne forever. He establishes his throne for judgment, for justice. You see, because true justice, true judgment is being issued forth. All right, so hey, as the scriptures say, roughly paraphrasing, hey, no one perish being innocent. You know, because that's the Lord issuing out that judgment. Hey, it's justice. Whatever you've done in your past life or in this life, and you're gonna get judgment for it. All right. And he judges the world with righteousness. You see, and us being joint heirs with Yahushua, we're going to judge the world in righteousness. Yahushua is going to judge the world in righteousness. That's why when he comes back, he's not going to come back as a man. And that's why when he comes back as well, and his garment's going to be drenched in blood. As if he was in a wine press. That's how much bloodshed is going to come. That's why you need to keep the standard. He judges the people with uprightness. Isaiah 32 and verse 1, behold, a king shall reign in righteousness, and prince shall rule in judgment. That's what we're waiting for, man. For that standard to be, for that standard to be the standard of this world. Because, hey, the true Lord's standard, it's not the standard of the world. People on that, that do what thy will, spirit, man. This is Exodus 15 and verse 18. The Lord shall reign forever and forever. Hey, that's why we hasten his coming. That's why we doing this work. He gonna reign forever and ever. Once again, righteous judgment is gonna be issued forth. Luke 1 and verse 33. He shall reign over the house of Jacob forever. His kingdom there shall be no end. You see? Hey, and all your hard work, these lessons, going out there to the highways and byways, and Lord willing, you endure to the end in the time of Jacob's trouble, it's all going to be worth it. You know, being joint heirs with Yahushua, sitting at the table, drinking with Yahushua, you know, hey, it's all going to be worth it in that kingdom to come. For us to be joint heirs with Yahushua, it's going to be here forever. And true judgment is going to be issued for it. All right? Not this carnal ass world, this carnal wicked ass world. That's it's just contrary to the word of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. All right, so Lord willing, it's edifying. I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh Bashim Yahushua Bashim Kargadash and the Wa Abba Shalom.